Are we here?
Hey, you know what? This is what I was thinking in the last, it's been a while since we podcasted. Are we still funny?
I don't know, dude. I haven't done stand-up in like...
Well, okay, so let's dive into that. You haven't done that in a while. You haven't been on Instagram. Dude, I've been so lonely.
I've been losing...
I've been so lonely. I'm like, I look at all these memes, I'm just like, I've been trying to do better sending you text messages, but like fucking screenshotting, cropping.
It's so annoying. I know, I get it. I tried to save up as many as I could before I left. So to answer your question, no, we're not still funny. They know.
I agree. Know. Well, with our 4 followers, if you're still listening...
That's stupid.
Thank you.
You're an idiot.
Thank you for taking an hour out of your day.
We're going for 4 hours.
Yeah.
What's the longest podcast record? Let's do that. Let's just
break it. Dude, it's probably like over a day. There's a bunch of fucking nerds out there now.
By like 6 hours, just be like fart noises. All right. You ready for the story, dude?
Okay, so he's been telling me the story. Well, not a story, but he's just been teasing me. He's just like kind of licking his finger, rubbing my nipple a bit, and it's getting me excited. He's getting me excited. Okay, but yes, I am fucking ready.
All right.
Hopefully it's good.
It's beyond good.
Okay.
All right. So before I tell the story, it's pretty graphic. And it really made me feel a certain type of way. And I'm going to jump
He's still recovering. I can tell. I can tell. He has a look on his face.
So, here we go.
Yeah, just do it.
Thursday, I got home. It's around 6 p.m. You know, it's a beautiful Thursday. And I'm like, I'm going to take the dogs for a walk. And I live right by the Greenway.
This isn't a good start.
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude.
No, I mean, like,
Oh, you know where it's getting?
I'm just like, okay, all right, yeah.
All right, so I'm like, all right, I put my my headphones in, my Apple AirPods.
Plug that shit, dude. Plug it.
And I leash up the dogs and I get walking. And also, I just finished Stephen King's new book, The Institute. It's fucking amazing. We're also sponsored by that. So anyway, we're walking.
Can you get that on Audible? Audible.com.
Yes.
30 free days for your signing up.
After that, $16.99.
Use code SADBOYS Podcast.
One day we'll get that.
One day, yeah.
So I'm walking, and if you know anything about the Greenway or Marion, I'm walking, and I hit this bend over a bridge, and it's in the back side of the splash house. It's like an empty, abandoned parking lot area covered by trees. The only way that anything would be visible is from up top on the Greenway. And real quick, just for you and not for the listeners, I just want you to see, this is the view, okay? So this is me up on the Greenway. I walked the next day, and so the story that I'm about to tell you is, imagine a car just sitting right there, okay?
Okay.
So I'm walking by, and at first I was on the far right side of the Greenway, so there's a little railing, and I could only see the car. I couldn't see what was happening. And I see somebody stand up, and I was like, oh, that's strange. What the fuck are these people doing back here? But I don't really think much about it, and I just keep walking. Mm-hmm. Well, I do my little turnaround about 10 minutes later. So this is a good 15, 20 minutes after seeing this car originally. And I'm heading back, and as I'm approaching, I see this guy, and he's on the opposite side of my view with the back door open. And he's standing there with his arm on the door. And I see somebody sitting in the back seat.
Oh, baby.
To be continued. No, I'm just kidding. Right. And just for visualization purposes, not because any other reason, the man standing up was in a white wife beater.
Okay.
African American, and he looked, I don't know, I'd say between 25, 30 years old. The person sitting in the back seat was a white man, greasy, long hair, and probably looked between 15 and 20 years old. Towards 15. And as I'm looking, I'm like, no, they're not doing that. Oh. No.
Okay. Yeah,
see where we're at?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, yeah,
It stopped on you right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
you saw the picture.
Technical difficulties. Yeah.
You saw the picture and you saw the perfect view.
Yeah, I mean, it's like right there.
Right there. I could throw a fucking speedball right at him, dude.
Yeah.
And he's just sucking his dick, dude. Just really, really, not even really, really sucking it. Like really enthusiastically, like not enjoying it.
Just doing it.
Blank fucking stare. The guy getting his dick sucks, just like chilling. It doesn't really look like either of them are having that great of a time. And I'm like, oh shit. Is this really fucking happening right here? It gets worse. Listen. So
when you brought up Cardinal Greenway, honestly, my
You
first thought, I'm like, someone's getting their dick sucked.
100%, dude.
Someone is getting their dick sucked.
And they were. And I'd say, hey Siri, pause, because you can do that with Apple AirPods. And
damn.
And no, not you, Siri, stop. And I pause it and just without thinking, when sometimes when your just mouth opens and you say something and you don't know what you're gonna say or why you're saying it. And I was like, hey, my turn. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't do that. What I really said was, I was like, hey, y'all wild. I just yelled that at him.
Did you really?
And this is where it gets creepy.
Oh,
because if you're getting your dick sucked by a guy, or just in general, and somebody yells at you at 6 p.m. on a Thursday,
off the Cardinal Greenway,
don't you scatter or react or run
they
or
give
fucking
you a thumbs up or something?
Dude, worse. He keeps the dude's dick in his mouth. So like, the guy getting his dick sucked isn't with his back to me. He's to the side.
Yeah, so he could just like...
He could have, but he didn't.
He didn't look at you?
Dude, the guy with the dick in his mouth just looks up at me. Keeps sucking, dude. Doesn't stop. And just stares at me. And the guy getting his dick sucked never flinches, never moves, never turns his head, nothing. And it's like, imagine... the fucking sky goes red and black clouds and like Stephen King. Dude, it was the eeriest, creepy, like, it went from like, haha, it's got these...
to like, oh
dick,
shit.
to oh shit. This is something like, he's gonna fucking like use his powers and levitate me over the fucking...
and bring me down
and suck my dick. It's kind of shit. And I walked away and I was like, I got mad. I was like, how dare they not fucking react to me yelling, hey, y'all wild. And then I was like, I'm gonna go beat their ass. And then I was like, no, that's a hate crime. You can't do that. And then I was like, I'm gonna call the cops. Like, that was a fucking teenage boy doing some shit. And I was like, no, dude, like, maybe I shouldn't, because then, like, maybe they're just having a good time. But then I was like, no, that's... It really disturbed me. It really, like... And when I tell the story, it's hard to put my emotions and feelings of what I saw, and like that stare
will haunt you forever.
Dude, it was the creepiest fucking thing.
It's like when you close your eyes, you see that that gaze, that meat gaze.
And that dude had a small dick, dude. That was good. He was black. We're not posting this.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
It really was crazy. And
so I remember you texted me that Thursday.
Oh, I texted you immediately.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm still walking.
Yeah, he texted me Thursday, and all he's like, I could go and look at what you said. You're like, I got a story for you. Gotta save it.
I'll tell you. I'll get there.
Hold up, I gotta search for your name. You're Papa John's now under my. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Papa John, dude. What'd I say, dude?
I'm scrolling up. But anyway, that's a crazy story, man.
No, it's fucking gross, dude. And not gross because it's 2 men, dude. It's 2019.
Okay.
It's fine.
Thursday, 8 p.m. Dude, I have the podcast story for you. I feel violated and very distraught. And this really needs to be spoken about Sunday evening, please. And then you're like, God damn it, it's taking everything not to tell you, dude. I have PTSD bad. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? You know, if it was a mutual thing, And maybe if the person performing the fellatio act was of age, which we don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know,
I couldn't just yell down.
Sometimes, whatever. Okay. Maybe be a little bit more discreet if you're getting your dick sucked. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah. And kind of maybe understand that it's Thursday. It's a crisp fall day. People are going to be taking... It's next to the goddamn Greenway. I
was having such a good day.
Yeah. So...
Until then.
Maybe if they're listening, just...
Stop. Go somewhere. Go to Walmart.
Like a normal person.
Yeah, like, come on.
But maybe, dude, some people like that voyeur shit, right? Not saying that you like it. I'm saying that they like the idea of that maybe someone's watching too.
Yeah.
Why
didn't he
People
stop?
are weird.
Why didn't they react when I yelled? What were you...
Honestly, his dick probably got harder.
Probably, dude. He didn't even turn his head. He didn't even
He didn't do any body motion. He's just still...
Nothing. Don't you at least be like, oh...
he's tying my shoes.
Yeah, something, dude, with his mouth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, so we can wrap this up.
That was great. But hey, we got it at the beginning. This is gonna be our best episode ever.
My dad's gonna listen to this. I didn't tell you about this today, Dad, because I wanted you to hear it on the podcast.
Yeah, Dad, same.
Dude, when you sent me with the text messages, when you were
yeah, so my dad and I have a great. We do have a good relationship. That's not the joke, but texting wise, he hits me with those those boomer K, just K. I'll send him not a paragraph, right? But I'm multiple sentences, right? K. Or
stay away.
Yeah, I told you that. Yeah. I was sick last week. Maybe the week before, dude. I don't know. It was lingering though. I'm still kind of phlegmy. And it would have been, I don't know if it would have been that Thursday. Because there was a day that I missed. There was a work day that I missed. It was a Wednesday. And then Thursday, because there was just no fucking way I could have worked. I woke up, man. And you know me. You know how much I love sleeping, right?
Dude, you love it.
I love it, right? And I get my best sleep 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. That's my REM. I woke up 6 a.m.
Oh shit.
And I went to bed early that night. Oh, yeah. So it was. I got sick right after I got my tattoo. So it would have been the Tuesday night, and I started kind of feeling it when I was laying there. And I think maybe the sickness hit me so hard because my body was just like, yo, you just went through some shit. We have nothing to do. Yeah. White blood cells are just go fuck me up, fam. Mm-hmm. And so
you taking your probiotics?
My Onnit TM probiotics with my alpha brain.
No kombucha?
No, I'm fresh out.
Damn it.
Fresh out. So I get home from my tattoo appointment and I'm feeling a little rough. Take dogs out. I go to bed. Well, that morning I had to be up I woke up at 6:30 to make the tattoo appointment because 465 is still fucked. It's still so fucked.
It's real bad.
And so I get home and I'm just like, man, I probably would have napped anyway because I, had maybe 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And then getting tattooed for 4 hours, especially on a super sensitive part of your body.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, maybe I just need to just sleep it off. I went to bed at 8 p.m. I didn't wake up till 7 or 6. And I woke up full shivers. Shivers, fever, sweating. I'm just shaking. And my dogs are like, yo,
I need poop.
Yeah, we need to go out. And so I'm just shuffling out, right? And then I let the people at work know at 7 a.m. So they're like, yeah, if you're texting me at 7 a.m., you're sick. Yeah, you're fucking sick. You wouldn't be up this early. But I was so pissed off, though, when I went in Thursday, because everyone thought I was just taking a day off because my tattoo hurt. And I'm like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we saw your Instagram post of your tattoo. We just figured you're in too much pain. I'm like, I usually work after I get
handle
tattooed.
Pain.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at me. My life's pain.
That's good. Yeah, like that.
Thank you. So then, but back to the joke about my dad. It was Thursday. And he's the one that texted me saying, "Hey, I have some food for you. Stop by after work." And I was like, "Hey, yeah, I've been sick. So, yeah, I'll grab it." He's like, "Don't come inside. I'll leave it on the porch."
And he did.
And I did. He left it on the porch, and it was.
He talked to you through the screen?
No, I mean, it was late. He was in bed anyway.
Yeah.
But he just didn't want me to contaminate anything.
Oh, absolutely.
Like breathing.
Don't touch anything.
Don't
put gloves on.
Chris, when I was living with my dad, when Chris would come over, and Chris wouldn't even be sick. He might just have a cough. My dad would, no joke, walk in with a fucking apple. And he's like, "Eat this." He's like, "I don't want it." And he's like, "You're sick. You're in my house." He's like, "I just coughed." He's like, "Doesn't matter." And
he's fucking really, like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, like he keeps Sandy in his pockets. like dual pistol Sandy's.
I thought you were gonna say like those old gas station guys that had the fucking coin dispensers, like apple dispensers, like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, fucking
just fucking launching them to everybody in the crowd. Mr. Jones.
So yeah, I feel better now.
Good, dude.
It was a rough one though.
I'm glad you made it,
dude. I was having the craziest. I wish I wrote them down. I was having the craziest. Do you ever get like weird dreams when you're on cold meds?
No, but I've been doing the 13 days sober.
Yeah, how's that working out for you? We can get into that.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But my point is, I've been a cannabis user for a good 11 years, maybe longer, and like continuously, and that really just wipes your dreams out. Like studies show that it helps you fall asleep, but it really fucks up your sleep pattern, like your whole your REM, your light, your deep sleep.
Yeah.
And so I just hadn't really dreamt at all in like the last 10 plus years.
So you're getting some
like nightmares, vivid fucking, like I had one about the world ending. Like I saw the bomb go off. I hit the deck. I felt the fucking heat coming in, and I just remember thinking like it'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. And like I have a Fitbit, so I can track my sleep pattern, and you can see it's like REM sleep where you're dreaming, and then I instantly woke up.
Wow,
it was fucking wild. But anyway, cold medicine? No, I've never had any trippy dreams on cold medicine.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. I mean, for whatever reason, I've dreamt a lot in my life, and I can usually get to the point in a dream where I know I'm dreaming.
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm dreaming. So I'm just going to, it's like if you're tripping, right? And you're like, I'm just going to go with it. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to fucking go with it. Ride this fucking lightning. I didn't have any of that control. And it was like, I had no idea I was dreaming, right? And so that sort of safety net where I can be like, okay, well, this thing's coming at me. I'll wake up, right? I know I'm asleep. None of that. And so I'd wake up like jolting awake. And not all of them were bad. Like some of them were just like really vivid for no reason. Like the detail would be like, why? I'd wake up and I'm like, why the fuck did I dream about that?
Yeah, just hard as a rock.
Fuck, so hard. that morning, and then you just think of bars of soap in a different way.
Yeah, it's like, why'd that give me an erection?
Yeah. So, yeah. So I knew a lot of people, not just you. I definitely have not been partaking. I mean, I have been partaking, but not partaking in the sober October.
Right.
I've drank a lot of wine this month.
Dude. I've missed. That's like I thought I'd be struggling with not smoking a whole hell of a lot more, but not having my half bottle of wine a night is really fucking with me. I mean, at this point, I'm fine. But it's just really
wine's
annoying.
Just so great. At the end of the night, you're just like, I'm gonna drink some wine, and it's
so good.
It's so good.
Been drinking Heineken Zeros.
How's that working out for you?
I mean, it's just like, it's not like a placebo. I'm not like, oh, I'm drunk, but it's just nice. Like at the end of the night, when we're watching TV, just like
because it still makes you feel relaxed, right? Yeah. It's
still
just
pretending.
And probably the hardest thing for me to give up, if I were to do honestly sober October, other than this, would be caffeine. I don't know if you're doing caffeine.
Yeah, I didn't okay, so
I didn't. Well, I mean, we're drinking Red Bulls right now. So
I didn't do coffee. I was drinking just tea. just like making my own like herbal tea and shit.
I like tea.
Which still has, you know, caffeine, but
Right.
I didn't do coffee for like the first 10 days. And then we went to Cincinnati, and that morning after, because I only got like three hours sleep, so I got a fucking venti cold brew. You know,
Gotta do it.
And ever since and this is my first like Red Bull in 13 days, maybe longer. I hadn't been drinking Red Bull anyway. I didn't chew for the first like 7 days, and then I went golfing and bought a can of chew. So I've been chewing. This is my first Juul in over a month. Like first time hitting a Juul in over a month.
How do you like it?
Oh, dude, like that first crackle. So, which, like, I made the rules for myself, so I did cheat on the caffeine and the nicotine, but that's not.
But that's not the
not
Sober
part of
October.
yeah.
I get
It's
that.
just-
It's other stuff.
Sober October, when they first started it, it was like someplace in Germany. Like they did it for like charity. It was just alcohol. You know what I mean? But my biggest things were alcohol and weed, but I've also, you know, been hitting the gym hard.
I know you look good, brother.
You like that, dude? That's strength.
No, so I like, you just, the jeans, the
Kai gave
fucking
me these.
shirt.
Kai gave me these jeans. Shout out Kevin Grider on the Midwest Fresh.
Yeah, and then, dude, the hair. You're popping.
I'm growing it out.
I like it. I do. I like it.
I'm at least gonna give it a year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
you
like
decided?
growing it out.
Oh,
growing
okay.
It out. I'm gonna get it down to my fucking shoulders because my hairline is receding really bad. Like it never used to be like that. See how far back it goes?
That's not that bad.
It's gonna get worse. I found out you get your hairline from your mother's side.
Yes.
And them motherfuckers got it bad, dude. So it's gonna go. So I see this, you know, plus being
Is this like your last hurrah?
yeah, it's especially with being like 26 and shit, and like when it goes, I'm gonna let it go. Like I'm not gonna fight for it.
Fight for it.
No, I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, I'm not gonna be like a Trump with plugs and fucking shit like that.
I can't believe, like, in all the medical phenomenons that have occurred of what they can do now, they haven't figured out, like, really true gene therapy for baldness.
Yeah.
You know? It's just like, fucking fix it.
For real, like plug it from some fucking animals. You test everything else on them. Why not just take some of their fucking horses, dude? They got
Beautiful hair.
dude. Didn't even mean to sound like a horse.
If you had a horse, man, ooh, baby.
Get out of here.
Yeah, my mom's dad, he still had his hair, but it was like, I can tell just based on how mine's working, it's gonna end up like that.
Yeah. And this is, hey man, we're gonna rock it. Let's just
We're gonna die anyway.
yeah. Sooner than later. But I want to like eventually like if it does go, I'll
Skull it?
I'll skull it, dude. Why not? And just keep this. It looks so good.
Yeah.
We'll be the bald boys, bald bog boys.
Bog boys.
real.
That's what we could get. We get that bog.
Why not? Bog and then sad boy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we're getting a tattoo, but also tattoos. Yes.
We're getting an emblem for the shit.
But yeah, we're getting a logo that's not going to be. The picture is you kicking me in the face while I'm drinking Prisoner, which is a great picture, by
Such
the
a
way.
great picture.
But this is going to be an actual commissioned by my friend Jared.
People sleep on that picture, by the way.
I know, right?
But
It's
hey,
so good.
Shout out Jared.
Yeah.
Not Subway Jared, but
Not Foggle.
his friend's not Subway. Whenever you want to transition into some fucking conspiracy Epstein shit, I got a story for you.
Oh man, this is great segue.
Okay.
No, but thank you, Jared, for making it. He showed me some of the stuff that he's working on. Yeah, I can't wait for the viewers to see it.
I
and
know.
when they click on a new episode, they have to click on this stupid logo.
Yeah, fuck you, Sweden. Fuck the Irish too.
Fuck the Irish. Fuck Sweden.
So you know about Epstein diddling kids and shit,
Yeah,
On his island
and died in prison.
and they killed him.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah, they killed him.
Oh, for sure. There's no other way. Like, what? You're on suicide watch and he's gonna get fucking snuffed out. You okay?
We forgot to watch him.
Yeah. Whoops.
God, dude.
Someone made a subway run. Fucked up. We come full circle, dude. My brain's just constantly
good.
clicking, right?
That's a good. That can.
Fucking.
Oh my God. Write it down. That's so good. What do I do? It's in there.
Okay.
All right. Sometimes I'll be laying in bed and that's when I get like my best jokes, and I'll just be like, oh, I'll remember it.
So the funny thing is, I've written some more. However, there was this one, and I'm so fucking pissed I didn't write it down because I'm thinking, and it's just like coming almost naturally. And I'm like, this is some funny shit. I'm like, oh, this is so funny. I'll remember it.
Yeah, and it's gone. Nope. Sucks. I hate when that happens, dude. It happens all the time. Cause I'm just like, oh, I'm so comfy. Like, well, I don't want to roll over. Phone's
There's like, I don't know that. Fuck, what's the app called? But I know that there's multiple ones now. But at one point there was a really good one where you could do voice memos, and I'm sure you can do voice memos, but like not. But it doesn't go to text. It's just audio.
Yeah. Right here. I got. Oh, okay. It's got the fucking download.
What is it called though?
Oh, it's almost done. Okay, so it's called voice memos, and it's like I just record all my sets on it, and like, yeah. So I had this idea where Peyton and I were going down each other at the garden on Greenway, and then. Yeah, so I had this idea where Peyton and I were going down each other at the garden on Greenway. See, so like.
Okay.
All right, and if I am driving or something, I can't type it out, then I'll just talk into that, and then I never go back and check it, and there's some stuff on there I should probably listen to. But anyway, Epstein, dude. Okay, so he kills himself. They're like, oh, he had so much dirt on some powerful people. It sucks because he could have taken a lot of people down, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm going to probably butcher this just because I only read one article about it. And, okay, so there was a plane crash in Kokomo.
Yeah! Okay, I heard about this. And the pilot was
so the pilot was a, like, famous surgeon in Florida, and he specialized in, like, you know, transgender surgery. Sex
reconstructive. Yeah.
That was, like, his big thing. And, you know, giving ladies big things, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
that's a good joke. Write it down.
Thank you.
Memo.
And so he had just bought this plane like a week before, and he's flying, and it just crashes. And he's like, he's not only just a pilot, like he competes in like, I don't know, where they do a bunch of tricks in the air and shit. Like he
does that.
Yeah,
so,
he does
so
all that.
He's not like this novice pilot.
He's like one shit for being a very talented pilot. And it ended up, the cause of the crash was he had the wrong fuel in his airplane. So yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
big ouchie, bud.
And somebody watching the crash said he was trying to bring it down, but the landing gear didn't come out, and that's how he crashed, because the landing gear obviously didn't come out. He fucking ate shit. Well, it turned out the town that he bought the plane from, Bill Clinton, has heavy ties to that town. It's like, I can't remember. I think it's like Wyoming or some shit. That's just a guess. I don't fucking know. But that town, specifically, Bill Clinton had ties to that. Bill Clinton obviously has some serious ties to Epstein. And it was, I can't remember where I read the article. You can't find it online, just Googling. Somebody at work showed it to me. And, there's so many more details I'm missing. But
I remember, like, someone had posted about it. And, you know, like, I'll take whatever someone posts on Facebook kind of with a grain of salt, right?
Absolutely.
With, like, boomer texts and, you know, shit like that. But I just, that is interesting if those ties are correct. Be like, huh.
The Clintons kill people. I mean, that's almost a fact.
What if they're listening? Please
listen. Please listen.
Please listen.
We got to take out these podcasters. They know too much.
They know too much of public information.
So, yeah, I wish I remembered more, but we'll see if anything comes out about him now. I can't remember.
I remember reading an article. Wasn't it up in, like, by Kokomo?
It was in a field, like
just some random
cornfield in Kokomo. Kokomo.
Yeah, just
plane crash. See if anything has come about. Plane filled with wrong fuel before crash that killed Tampa plastic surgeon. Initial report points, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wrong fuel, cause plane crash, blah, blah, blah. I want somebody to just fucking... His name was Daniel P. Greenwald.
So, but the idea is that he had ties with Epstein?
Yes. Or at least he had information. Because, I mean, like...
Yeah, dude, people are getting fucking murked out of here, man. Because there's someone else, too. Speaking of conspiracy theories, the police officer that shot the black guy in his own house, in his own apartment. She shot him, and then
He was eating ice cream.
Yeah, and then the eyewitness just died.
Shut up. See, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, like the neighbor, like just got shot. Like I don't out somewhere, you know.
And the police officer only got like
6 years.
Yeah, something silly.
Yeah.
And she just walked into the wrong apartment. Her story, you know, walked into the wrong apartment. He's sitting there eating ice cream, and she just shot him.
Blasted.
Like, no, you get life for that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She was so remorseful, though. She didn't. This
so
is
what?
Yeah, right. Like, well, you just killed someone in their own apartment.
I don't care if he was. I don't care what ethnicity he was. You don't just walk into. It was late.
Yeah,
Why was his door unlocked anyway? Lock your door.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
First of all.
Yeah, like you're in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos.
But she says the door was ajar. So, okay, let's just play devil's advocate.
So they said that the door was ajar. However, but then the saying that for the doors in the apartment complex they can't be ajar.
Okay.
Unless maybe
some of them have that flap thing like
that's
hotels.
what I'm thinking. Yeah. So maybe like it was just like pushed in and kept open.
Right.
Maybe that was it.
Maybe it was a shoe in the way or something. You know, maybe he's trying to get some air in there. But
Yeah, maybe he just farted. Was he just fucking wafting
He's
that
eating
shit?
ice cream. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, he might have been farting.
Fucking
Rocky
dairy,
Road, dude.
Dairy, baby.
Fucking. So let's say she's walking up to what she thinks is her apartment because she's a fucking idiot. Okay, so she really truly believes she's walking to her apartment. She's got her keys in her hand. She's getting ready to unlock the door, and she sees her apartment door is ajar. Mm-hmm. Oh fuck! Somebody's in my apartment. I gotta pull my gun out. She walks in and sees this man with a bowl of ice cream in his hand, and it's like, oh, he's a threat.
First instinct, blast him.
First instinct. Maybe there wasn't enough time. She doesn't see that there's ice cream in his hand. She really thinks she's being robbed. She's scared. She's a woman, and she shoots him. Odds are that's not the case. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry. I don't know.
Fucking
Guns don't kill people. Well, they do. They do kill people.
They do, but whatever. That's a different can of beans to open. Dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some beans, some ham and bean.
You like ham and beans? Maybe a little cornbread.
I had a corn dog today.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't bite
Some
me?
chili. I was dipping the corn dog in the chili.
Damn.
It was alright.
Yeah.
It was like the chili that like they put on top of nachos. It wasn't like it was like a thick like a dip. It's pretty good. I like it. Is that a pumpkin patch, dude?
Yeah, tell me about that. Where's my pumpkin?
Sorry, dude. I didn't never said.
Yeah, they sold out. They sold out.
It was mango pods or fucking.
Thank you. I'll take mango pods all day. Which I got money to give you. We'll do it off camera.
They're they're there though at that gas station across the street from Pizza.
$30 though, dude.
It's crazy.
I know, right?
You just order them online for if you order them online,
you get
for
like
delivery every 2 weeks. It's an extra 15% off. So you're paying $15.
Yeah.
A pack.
Yeah. And well, also it's like if you order them online, it's whichever one, like the 5th or 6th one, if you have auto sub,
It's free.
yeah.
It's crazy. So I don't understand a lot of things,
Yeah.
but I don't understand why regulations on certain things, like the people regulating.
Dude, people are freaking
I
out.
just don't understand why they're such fucking morons. Like, Juul brand is not okay. But you walk into a gas station and there's Mr. Fogg, fucking all kinds of compatible Juul pods with a million different flavors.
Yeah.
But
and they're
Jewel
usually
itself-
kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably worse for you, if not as bad. And you're gonna say Jewel can't sell this mango. And even though all these gas stations, certain kind of gas stations, very specific kinds of gas stations, have these fucking mango Jewel pots for $30. And they've had them, they've been banned for almost a year now? And they're still selling them? What the fuck?
My favorite is like whenever you hear like news blips. They're like, oh, the 8th person has died from vaping, right?
And it's an epidemic?
I'm like, 8? Do you know how many people die of smoking a day? Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
And on top of that, they're saying they're putting these sketchy overseas marijuana cartridges
Yes.
in with these pods.
Yeah.
And no, just do a look, dude. It's obviously the fucking cheap marijuana pods that
They were saying a lot of it's like from like China and shit.
yeah, because
China
China kind of sucks. China sucks.
Does it?
I would assume. Like,
Looks
yeah,
pretty.
if you have if you have too many kids, they just throw it in a pond. Like, all right.
You can't show Winnie the Pooh there.
Of course you can't, because they're fucking idiots.
Fucking hate Winnie the Pooh though.
Ah, dude. Fucking
Throw it in a pot.
fucking idiot. That's your third one. You can't do it. You got to pay a hefty tax or
The pond. The pond. They don't even say anything else like tax or pond.
there's just like
They're
one of those fountains in the middle. Fucking blood.
It's like you're fucking. It's like you're making a wish with a quarter. It's a baby.
But it's a Chinese baby.
It's a Chinese baby.
Whatever, dude. Thank God. Like, yeah, America has this fucking horrible shit.
But dude, thank God we get all of our electronics from China.
I'm just proud to be American, dude.
I'm always proud to be American.
I'm not even proud. I'm just like, hey, thanks. Like,
Hey, thanks.
This is better than fucking Afghanistan. It's so sandy. You gotta wear those fucking shirts.
What I
on
would
your
think of like when anybody other than you saying, thank God I'm an American and not from Afghanistan, 99.9% of the time, someone would not say it's because it's sandy. Like you're the only one that would say it's sandy.
No, it's not like I'm not being
No,
racist.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
No,
but it's
I
just
know.
like-
But I'm just saying, in the context of that,
The reason.
that saying, be like, oh, at least I'm not from the Middle East because it's a lot of sand.
They got sandstorms. I don't want that shit. Fuck.
Fuck, man, that's a good one too. Write it down.
I can't. I wish you could just be up on stage with me and we could just have a conversation. Because that's when I feel like I'm just hitting it, dude.
Yeah. What, when we're having a conversation or when you're on stage?
Like, I feel like my stand-up would be a lot better if, like...
If we were a duo?
Yeah.
Feeding off each other? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about that too, to be honest.
And you just grab me and just shake me, dude. And
Like a
put me upside down, change is falling out.
We could like be Penn and Teller, but not weird.
Absolutely.
They're kind of weird.
I want to be...
I watched the Joe Rogan with, and I've always thought Penn Jillette was kind of interesting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know Penn and Teller?
It's like peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah. And you know, it's the big guy. And then the guy that doesn't talk. And they do like magic tricks.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob.
Exactly.
Oh, he catches bullets in his mouth.
It's something like that.
Dude,
Jane
yeah.
Silent Bob, yeah.
The guy, he's big, he's got glasses, and then the little fucking guy...
Doesn't say
he,
fucking...
He looks like the guy off of Billy Madison, the fucking the weasel dude.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're not comedians.
Yeah, they are.
They're
Yeah.
magicians. Oh, they're fucking... I hate those fuckers. We'll tell a joke while I pull a rabbit out my ass. I don't fucking like that.
Yeah, it's this guy.
Yeah, I know. He's fucking...
That guy.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, well, he was on the Rogan podcast.
I like when...
And I'm just like...
I like his... Never mind, I'm not say good.
No, the end. It's just like I already knew because I've heard other stories of Penn and like interviews with him. I'm just like, dude, you're kind of off. And he went into like a 25-minute story, not on the podcast, but I've listened to it before, and I hated myself because I listened to the whole thing. He went into 30 minutes about juggling, and I'm like, I get it. People like things, but man, how can you talk 30 minutes about juggling? Guess what? You throw a ball up, it comes down. You catch it.
You catch it. You fucking catch it.
But knives, dude. But fucking knives and I don't
chainsaws.
know. But anyway,
Juggling Chinese babies.
The other podcast that, dude, you wouldn't have gotten it if you were only listening to it. Of the Joe Rogan podcast.
You gotta watch it too.
Not the Pendulette one, but he had Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, and Joe was so annoyed, dude.
Dude!
He kept interrupting him every
Thank
fucking
you.
second.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Neil because so maybe like towards the beginning I liked him, and I think he realizes now it's almost like he's become like something bigger than just like what a person would be. Yeah. Like he knows that he can be like, I'm smart and I'm somewhat entertaining. So he has like all these quips and like sayings and so, oh, but did you know? And shit like that. And so like Joe would be like rebuttal, like just talking about something. And as like, and I'm just like, and there was a part where you're watching it and Joe's just like almost rolls his eyes. And I'm like, man, that's great. Because I'd feel the same way.
Exactly.
I'd feel the same way.
I'm glad we don't do that to each other.
Hey, we don't.
He went on like 30 minutes about ice melting. And that episode, I was like, dude. And some things he says, like, I get it. He's a little bit smarter than me.
Just a wee bit.
A little bit. But then he starts talking about like shit that's light years away. And I'm just like, I don't care what your fucking telescope, dude. Like, we don't know.
But Joe, this telescope.
Like, dude.
Like, oh, we get it.
We get it.
He's like, it doesn't matter. It's just how much light can be in the aperture. Yeah, great. That's a camera. It hasn't changed in millennia.
Like,
we get it.
Get it, dude.
We get it.
Take your fucking stupid Starry Night tie off and fuck off.
You know why I like the Starry Night?
Fucking dude.
It's like I don't feel like he could just have a real conversation.
No.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Maybe at the beginning, I would say that. But we're made up of stardust and the same enriched guts. Fuck you, Neil.
Thanks, dude. You know how astronauts drink their water? It's their own urine. What, dude? Really?
Really?
It is.
Can I watch?
Taste it.
Aerate it.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, people. Yeah. Just like, you know, like it's like he's so performative, and it's not just him. I know tons of fucking people that are just so performative. It turns me off so bad when I don't feel like I can get a good read on the person. For one, that doesn't mean they're mysterious or anything. They're just like, I normally know when people are being performative to the sense of like, I just knock the shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Just act like you're not impressing me. Like, great. Like, all of this is being great.
I hate when you have a conversation with somebody, especially somebody you're just meeting, and all they talk about is like not necessarily just their accomplishments, but just like, or they correct you on shit.
We get it.
It's like, dude, that's so fucking annoying. That's why I get so uncomfortable. Like with Jake at Grains and Grow, you were like, you brought up my martial arts background. I was just like, fuck, dude, I don't want to talk about that. I'm shy. Dude.
What do I say?
Yeah, I just started, and I don't know.
Yeah, it just learned how to kick.
I just learned. But yeah, dude, people that just be you, dude. And if that is you, then good, because I don't want to be around you.
So I know, it's like great.
Awesome.
It's a bummer.
I'm bummed.
There's other things. It's like, oh, if this is the only thing that you're worrying about, is this if people being performative or not? Is that your only problem? No.
I got problems.
I got tons.
How you been?
Same old, man. The dogs are good.
You getting another one?
Yeah. I got 4 now.
Damn.
Yeah, no, they're good. I'm hopefully. I've been saying it for months, but I'm really tomorrow. I'm doing it. I gotta make an appointment to get my property surveyed so I can build a fence.
Good.
And I've been wanting to do that for a while, but now that it's going to be cold,
Yes, don't want to go.
I've done it. I'm just like, man. Oh, and it's not even that. It's just like
You have to get it surveyed?
Yeah, because I want to put it I want to put the fence at like the furthest that it can be without being on someone's property line that's legal, right?
And then they can make you take it down if it's...
Because if you put thousands of dollars in the fence, like, oh, you're actually like 6 inches.
How much does it cost to get surveyed?
A couple $100. I'm
Really?
gonna say, yeah, it's not cheap.
And then they just like...
And then they mark it, and then it's actually like no matter what the other. And it's not like I have a bad relationship with my neighbors, but like I might as well just be safe. And especially like the house in the north of me, it's been vacant since February. And I would hate to just be like, okay, fuck it, put it up. And then they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, really what I'd want is to be able to buy that house, honestly.
Next year?
And just tear it down.
And have a big-ass yard.
And have a big-ass yard. Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd raise property value pretty good.
Yeah. And it's a corner so there's nothing on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think maybe I could, but I still need a fence up.
Yeah. Let's get the fence up.
Only because it's not even like that I don't like walking them, because I do, and I like taking them to the park.
And you can still do that.
I can for sure still do that. However, I haven't been able to go anywhere now that it's just been me at the house. At least with Esther, when she was there, she could at least take care of them.
Yeah.
And I could go somewhere. But I haven't been able to go out of state. I haven't been able to go because I'm like, well, fuck. The furthest I've been able to go is like Bloomington for a day. And all that.
Which, we're going out of state here soon.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go? Because I think I could take a Friday off. We could leave. I could even do like a half day Thursday. Depending on, obviously, your schedule is important too.
And then just do like a weekend.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I wanted to get this fence up too. Because honestly, there's, for one thing, that if anyone was trying to walk them, I don't know anybody that could.
Yeah.
Because they're just strong. They're fucking strong dogs. And they pull and they get to a point where they're tired and then it's okay to walk them. Right? But
You can, I mean, I know you wouldn't want to, but you could board them.
I could.
It's not really that, I don't think it's that expensive.
Right. It wouldn't even be priced. It'd just be like me worrying about their psyche as dogs. Be like,
They'd be fine.
maybe.
I mean,
They're spoiled.
They're not going to kill themselves.
They might.
They ain't got hands.
They Epstein themselves.
But,
Yeah, so like that's a big thing. And if I need someone to, once I have the fence, to take care of them, I'll have to just let them out. Mm-hmm. That's it. They could hang out the house if they want. They could just let them out. And that would free up not only like it's the little things that you don't realize that like you've given up to be able to, like, having dogs in this sense, be like, okay, well, I'm about to go to work. I need to walk them.
yeah.
So I'm just thinking like, okay, well, when I'm getting ready, I could just let them out.
Yeah.
Oh man, and I don't have to like take them anywhere.
Walk them when you get home.
Yeah, because like I said, it's not the whole act of walking them. It's just time. It's just a time thing. And with it just being me, I've done it for a year just by myself.
Yeah. It's rough, dude. Being a single dad,
It is.
it's hard, dude.
No, it's been okay, and they're great, and they're healthy, dude. They're
so
I look at
strong.
them, I'm just like, damn. That's why when I lifted you up,
That's
earlier-
why.
That's why I just pull them, and I'm just like
yeah.
so strong.
It's like curls.
Yeah.
Well, dude, look. Are we going to be able to do this?
Yeah. So, I'll feel more confident once the fence is put up, for sure, 100%.
Okay, but
Even if it doesn't, then
I need to use these days before
when's the
December 31st.
okay? Yeah, before then.
I'd like to do this in November.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
That's what I'm saying. And how many days would you feel comfortable leaving?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3.
So you'd work Thursday.
Yeah.
So maybe we could leave like after your shift Thursday, that night, and I mean, obviously, try and stay within like a. You want to go like Pittsburgh?
We go to Pittsburgh. We go.
Pittsburgh's 5.5 hours.
We go to Nashville.
Nashville's 6.
We go.
We can go to Lexington. That's only like.
Fuck
3.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
You can go to Lexington?
We could do that. We hit some. We don't have to do distilleries, but we can just fuck. Because that's not that far of a drive either. But I'd like to go somewhere kind of far.
I would like to too. Stay within like a
Denver?
6 hour.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you wanted to fly, but then that'd be a lot just for a weekend.
Yeah. So if we want to stay around stay around this hub, I'm good with. I've never been to Tennessee of what I just said. Mm-hmm. Nashville would be great.
Nashville's dope.
Pittsburgh, we could eat sandwiches with fries on them. What would you go to Cincinnati for? I thought you were in Chicago.
So, these last 3
Fuck
weeks.
Cincinnati.
These last 3 weeks have been to Detroit, Chicago, and Cincinnati.
What was your favorite? Dude,
Chicago.
Kanye coming out?
Kanye.
Did you know?
No, but I remember. So the song that he was singing, I knew Kanye was on the song. But I was like,
yeah, tell the story.
So I was just like,
I mean, you went up there to see Chance.
yes, we went and saw Chance, and this is only probably like song 3, and he's singing, he's playing All We Got, and usually when an artist is playing a song that has a feature, he either skips the part or sings the part himself or
has like audio
filled in, and it went to Kanye's part, and I heard All We Got, and it was an auto tune, and I looked at Danielle and I was like, that wasn't a recording, and I saw him come up the stairs, and I was just like, he's fucking here, dude, and it was dope. It was really cool, and he had Trump 2020 hat on. No, I'm just kidding, he didn't, but it was really cool. He was only out there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was dope. It was a really great show. Amazing show.
And then you saw Blink
So
up
Angels
in
and Airwaves.
Oh, Angels.
Tom,
and
I know,
on the
Tom.
day of
September 20th, the raid.
yeah.
And
Did he talk about that?
Yeah. I mean, he was just like, he didn't talk about the raid, but he was just, because 2 days before the show,
Didn't the government
Navy,
was like, hey,
the Navy confirmed that video that he released was a legit video that he wasn't supposed to have, which just proves all of his more crazy conspiracy shit with having ties to the government. Just automatically proves all of that. He's not lying about it because the government's not going to come out and be like, hey, you're not supposed to have that. So he was like, he played Aliens Exist. And because he did a few Blink songs, he played Aliens Exist. Or no, right before he played Aliens Exist, he's just like, Tom's not as crazy as people think. And he's like, Tom knows some shit. And he was just talking about, he was just like, I've been telling you guys, he just kind of went into his ties. Because he did that Joe Rogan podcast. And he was saying some off the wall shit, but yeah, dude, whatever that video was, whether it was truly a UFO or not, that's not the point. The point is he had that video. He wasn't supposed to. The Navy confirmed that was a real video.
yeah.
Because if you watch the video, the guys watching it are like, what the fuck is that? They're like, it's moving at fucking angles that no spacecraft could ever move. And then you watch that documentary on Netflix. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. But the dude that...
Isn't it the guy's name?
Yeah, it's his name.
Fuck.
Yeah, but you've seen it, right?
Yes.
And the way he describes the spaceship that he worked on and how we will never ever be able to have that technology, it correlates exactly with that video and the way that this is able to move, and because he's talking about how it has like gravity around it,
right,
and
it's able to distort that to move. Yeah.
So whether, I'm not going to sit here and say like, yeah, there is or isn't. I'm just saying, but it was just funny the way he said it when he was on stage because he was just like, he talked about it for a second and then he went straight into Aliens Exist, and it was fucking great. So that was emotional and awesome. Chance was emotional and awesome. And then we went and saw Grizz in Cincinnati when I was sending you like Skyline Chili pictures and shit. And that was fun too, but Chicago was definitely the most fun. We spent the most time there. We did this virtual reality lounge. It was the first time I've ever done
VR,
legit VR, not just like put your phone in the thing. And with it being in such beginning stages, it's
gonna be crazy.
It's crazy because you're in it. It's not like oh dude, it was like we went skydiving in it. And it's just, I don't even know. You can't put it into words. It's the most realistic, non-real thing because like you look down and like your hands, like your hands are, you're there. Like you can look down and see your legs, but they're not your legs, and like your hands are not your hands. And did this like shooting game where it was like the Matrix, and you like grab the gun, like you have to physically grab it off the table, and you can look around, just like shoot people, and you can punch them. And I can see how you can get lost in there. Like if you have one that legit,
Get lost in that sauce.
oh, 100%. It kept running into the walls because they put you in like, I don't know, a cubicle, maybe like 15 feet by 15 feet. And it's pretty fucking intense.
That sounds fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like $45 for an hour, but
And so when you take it off, you're like, why? And you want to go back.
yeah, hell yeah, dude. 'Cause you can definitely make your own world in there. Do all kinds of crazy shit. It's great. It's great. It's fun. I want to start one here because I feel like that would do pretty well. You can't do $45 an hour in Marion, but all you gotta do is, I mean, if I took a loan out.
So like, what was their equipment?
It was the fuck. It was I'll tell you right now, because it'll be like the best VR. It was the of course it's not HTC Vive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are I think like $1,500 a piece. Yeah, $1,400 for the setup. But if you bought like 4 of those and rented out a building, you're looking at a startup of around like 10 grand, and that would make its money back. And you could do $25-$30 an hour, or like, you know, and there were people doing birthday parties. You could bust sets, and on top of that, that place had a bring your own beer policy. Like they didn't sell anything, but if you want to bring a 6-pack in and you're of legal age, you can sit there and just fucking drink, and they had like 45 different games you could play. It's dope.
Damn.
So
That sounds fun. Yeah.
You'd love it. You'd love it. But yeah, so Detroit was fun. This dude, we were walking around. It was like 2:30 in the morning. It was me and Pagan. And this dude came up trying to sell us Coke. And I was like, hey man, sorry I don't have any money. And plus I'm not going to buy Coke from you anyway. And he was like, $10. $10. I was like, how much Coke are you going to give me for $10, dude? Like, really? Like what's it? Like, all right, that really didn't sell your point any better than what you're already doing. And then this other guy, we were walking down, because we were not in like the best part of town, and this dude was like, he was walking by us, and he was like, walking down, he was like, you boys are walking down a dusty road. And I was like, elaborate, please.
Go on.
He was like, as he's walking past, I was like, oh, that was the
Weird.
devil.
That was ominous.
Yeah.
You boys.
He said, you boys walking down a dusty road or dusty trail or something like that. And I looked at Peg and I was like, what do you mean by that? Maybe, I don't know. But it's crazy because I've never been to Detroit, and like our hotel was on the water, and you just look across and it's
Canada. Yeah.
Just right fucking there.
Yeah. Windsor, right? Windsor, Canada. That's right there.
Probably, I don't know. I didn't see what the town was.
Yeah, but it's right there.
I wanted to go. We were
Good frisbee throw.
We were like, let's get drunk and fucking swim across, because it was only. I mean, I probably would have died.
Yeah.
But not drunk, I might have been able to make it. Don't know how like dangerous it is, but it's probably pretty dangerous. But yeah, dude. So where you want to go?
I say we go south. So whether that be Lexington, Louisville, or Nashville.
If we get lucky, because like November is gonna be cold, but if we got like a 60-degree day, we could golf.
Oh, for sure we could get it. Dude, last year on November 5th, it was like 65.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we can get, once we even go further south, I'm sure we can do that.
Okay.
Have you been golfing much?
I've probably went out maybe like 15 times this year. Decent.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I still can't hit a driver to save my life, and my irons are fucking money, dude. They're money, dude. I went out a couple weeks ago, or maybe, yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Well, it was last week. And I parred the first hole.
Where?
Arbor. Parred the first hole. Quadruple bogeyed the second hole. And parred the third hole.
That evens out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good.
I've only went twice this year.
I know, you went once last year.
I'm still pretty good, though.
I know, it's stupid. It doesn't even make sense.
I went to Top Golf with when because you were mad that I was like I had a Saturday off or something.
Yeah, because like
And I was like, you made and I love it because like I know you and you're like, how do I make this about me?
It's a narcissist.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Because if you have a day off or if you go do something fun, I just expect to be a part of it.
For sure. The only reason you weren't was it was just the core group of friends growing up that I was in the wedding with Clint last year. And it was all of us getting together.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I get
worse.
it. I get it. I get it.
I'd like to be a part of something. Maybe they'd like me. Clint does.
Yeah, you fucked him over.
It was my birthday.
He doesn't forget shit like that, dude. He holds on to that. He's a fucking vault. No, it was a good time, though. We went to Top Golf. I drank a lot.
Drove home.
Yeah. But I was fine then. It was much later. We like started drinking at 1. Started with Prisoner.
At Top Golf?
No. At their house.
Okay.
And then we had a DD. It was Kyle, my friend Kyle.
Fuck Kyle.
I know. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to drink today, guys. I'm like, all right, you're fucking driving.
Yeah, good job, Kyle.
And so yeah, we went there. Then we went to this. They should just let me pick everything, right? Because I know what's best.
Dude, you know everything. I trust you with.
So we went to this fucking brewery / I don't even know what it's called. It was a stupid fucking name though. Hold up, let me just.
Owl?
Huh?
Blind Owl?
No. I don't know if it's a brewery. They act like they're a brewery. Let me just look it up real quick.
You let me know, dude.
It's such a stupid name.
Fucking losers, dude.
I was like, is this the name of it? It's dumb. 4-Day Ray. That's what it's called.
4-Day Ray?
4-Day Ray.
Spell it.
4, the number, Four, day, Ray.
What's that mean?
I don't know. I hated it though. The food, mediocre. I did have we did get a poutine.
Okay.
Cheese curds, fries, gravy. That was really good.
That's Canadian.
That was really good. But then, and so after that, while we were there, we were drinking bourbon. I had 3 there, and then we went to put our name in at Top Golf. Did you want to hear a crazy story?
I do.
Okay.
You hit over the fence.
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
Yeah.
All of us, and so me, Clint, Kyle, and Chris, growing up, the year behind us, we had another friend that was kind of in our group, but we were all really good friends together. His name's Mitch. And Mitch joined the Air Force. And he's been living in Japan for, I haven't seen Mitch in 7 years, probably. First person we see when we walk into Top Golf is Mitch.
Wow.
And he's in town for 3 days.
And he was a part of the group.
Like he was just there.
No. I mean, but he was a part of the group growing up.
Yeah. And we all walk in. We're just like, and so like, I don't know how weird it was weird for us seeing him, but probably for him to see all of us at the same time. And we were just like,
Mitch?
yo, is that Mitch? And he looks at us and he's like, oh, he makes the stupidest face. Man, talk about one of the most, you think you're like, we're insecure about things. He was the most insecure person growing up. And so he like started lifting a lot. And so even then, even now, he just like did the bodybuilder turn.
You guys hang out with him for a bit?
Yeah, we got to talk for like an hour. And it was just crazy. He's like, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going back to Japan. And I'm like, dude, it's just weird how shit like that works out. But
that's super fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because like for one thing, I was annoyed that we wanted to go to Topgolf at like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm just waking up.
Just woke up.
Yeah. And so, so we put our name in. It's like a 2-hour wait. And we go, there's this like Irish bar and they had angels. And so we knocked back some angels there and they shoot you a text. We're like, hey, your bay's open for like 10 minutes to come claim it. So we get there and golf. I had like a gift card, so we used that and we golfed for like 2 hours. They're so bad though.
The service?
No. The person who was serving us was great, but I mean, price wise,
so expensive.
very expensive.
Yeah.
A double Woodford there is like $18.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I know what this costs to get. I know.
Yeah. Well, you don't know the prices there previously because James came to my dad's birthday party and bought all your drinks. All your drinks at my dad's
Fucking
birthday party.
all of them.
Great, James. Miss you though. I do.
Jimmy, that was great. That was a good time. But anyway, yeah. So, but they're so bad at golf. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
My friends.
Oh, your friends are?
Yeah.
And
So
you
they,
guys crushing it.
dude. So they're the first game that they wanted to play is distance. And I was like,
Idiots.
I was like, are you sure? Are you sure?
I've
And
never seen you crush it.
yeah. And you only get points. You get 50 for the very back, and you get like 25 for the white, which is the furthest other than the back net. And then everything else is negative if you hit it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get negative points. And so after mine, it was like 850 is what no joke, my first 5 shots, dead center, middle, 50 apiece.
The machine starts shaking and smoking and it blows
and
up.
so and I'm like, you guys picked this. And so it was like 850 to the next highest person was Kyle with negative 10.
Still not bad for everything being negative.
Oh, you don't get points if you don't hit anything.
Yeah.
You just, if you get into that like zone, you get negative. I'm like, y'all suck. And then we did a short game, and then the game Top Golf, and we were drinking. Actually, we finally we started ordering old fashions there. Price wise, they were okay, but after like the first old fashioned, like you could tell it was just like so weak. I'm just like, And they're like, how's old fashioned? I'm like, listen, I don't care because I drank it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be like that guy either. So I try to say it as like nice way possible. And then so I'm like, I'll have another, but can you make it a double? And I'll pay. And it was like a triple. It was great.
Good.
I was like, man, there it is.
Thanks.
There it is.
Like, you guys know the ingredients in here is bourbon and then additional things, right? Like,
It's not additional, then a cup of bourbon.
Exactly. Like, the bourbon is the main ingredient here. Idiots, dude. You taught me how to make a
Chef kiss.
old-fashioned, dude.
Chef kiss.
Great old-fashioned.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of shitty...
No, but service there was fine. Service there was fine. And she was cool. She was cool.
Good. I'm glad.
And she made probably good money off of
I
us.
wouldn't. Yeah, you and Chris alone, probably. He's speaking French.
Yeah, Chris is like, oh.
His hair's so nice. God, dude. I'd hate to be running late and then waiting on him. But anyway. But we were in Detroit, speaking of shitty breweries. I mean, it was a nice place. But I walk in, so I was like on Yelp, like, where can we kill time? and we walk into this super hipster brewery place, and you walk in, and there's like a...
They spritz you with lavender water.
Yeah.
That's...
Dogs everywhere.
Yeah.
But they had...
Our four-legged friends are great.
They had this... you know those like old-fashioned movie theaters where like you walk up to the middle thing and like you gotta pay for your ticket right there, and then you walk into the movie theater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they had like one of those right when you walk in, and they're like...
Ticket, please.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, they check your ID and stuff, and then they're like, how many tokens do you want? And I was like, oh, that's a weird thing to ask. What the fuck do you mean, how many tokens do I want? And she's like...
Do I get a prize?
And she, like, rolled her eyes at me like I was supposed to know about this stupid fucking
Yo, I'm
system.
from Marion.
Yeah, for real. And she's like, okay, well, you buy a token for $7. Each beer is 1 token, or a glass of wine is 2 tokens. Mixed drinks...
So they're saying $14 for a glass of
For
wine.
a glass of wine, yes.
This better be fucking prison or
Right.
something.
And they're like, food and alcohol is cash over on the other side. And then so like you buy your tokens there.
Is this like how they're getting like a liquor license?
I don't know.
Because is it a brewery? Or was it?
It was like a... I don't think they brewed anything there. I think it was like a brew house. To where like, it was like a Savages kind of thing. Like to where they had just had other craft beers.
Okay.
And...
tokens.
So I'm just like, okay, so I could buy a token, or I could just like not buy a token, and you could just have a normal fucking system to where like I pay for my shit.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So, or like 1 token was a flight of beer, 3 ounce, 4 whatever ounces. So you had to, and every beer was a token. So like no matter what it cost them for that beer, it was all across the board. So it was like obviously they didn't have Bud Light and shit, but I was like, no, dude, I know that 16-ounce beer is not a $7 fucking token. Like
that's. I think it's probably. That's stupid.
I think it was more just like to be unique, not like a way around liquor license or anything like that. I think it was just like,
Oh, so unique.
yeah,
So unique.
and I was like, hey, this is dumb, but okay, here's a token. Fucking here you go. And it was like a little poker chip, and then like. They had, like, for 4 tokens, you could play beer pong. And they had, like, a weird, cool little, like...
So for
beer pong
$28, you can play beer pong. Dope.
So it better be a lot of fucking beer.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I was a little like, whatever, dude.
It's like, things like that are like analogous to people being performative. Like, just fucking, let me give you money and you give me the beer or the drink or whatever, right? It's like...
Yeah,
Clap
seriously.
clap 3 times for this unique token, and what 1 token's gonna get me like a was it a pint?
Yeah, or a 12-ounce, depending on how strong the beer was.
Sure.
And, like, yeah, you could get a fucking, you could get a flight, but I asked to taste the beer, and they're like, no, sorry. I was like, oh, fuck your, and, like, you could tell in the neighborhood that they were at, it was, like, super, like, gentrification.
Yo,
And I was just
yeah.
like, hey, fuck you.
Oh man.
Take your fucking token and eat shit.
I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
But then if you wanted food, you have to pay cash.
Yeah. And there was
No
like, if you
token,
wanted,
no tokens for food.
Nope. And if you wanted mixed drinks, you go pay for them over there too. I was just like, oh. Luckily, I mean, like, I was like, damn it, this place is cool though. Like, this place, it was really cool inside.
You're like, fuck. Like aesthetically, it's great.
Yeah. Dude, but at this shift and thing, we were at that pumpkin patch today, and they had like a big yard chest with like really cool fucking, like, the chess pieces were like as big as this table. It was like a mini version of out of Harry Potter when he's like, Rook to. He sacrifices himself. He fucking sacrifices
He
himself.
fucking yeeted himself.
Oh man, but that was a lot of fun. My dad beat me, but yeah, he wins everything.
Where was this?
Pendleton.
Okay.
The only reason I knew that is because we passed the prison. And I was just like, it sucks to be in there for marijuana charges in the 80s.
I know, right?
America, so great.
I'm starting my online cannabis company.
I know. In states where people are still in
Prison. Dude, that's my biggest bugaboo. That's why I'm like, great.
It's just like, how could there be a heaven when we're all such fucking idiots?
And assholes.
I don't, dude, like, all right.
Hey, if there's a heaven, I'd like to picture you there, though.
I would love to be there with you, dude. Just doing this.
Yeah, dude, this is our heaven.
It really is.
I know, right? It's like time flies, dude. It's like we're time walking. It's like, oh, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. Really?
Time doesn't exist.
Nothing exists.
Nothing exists. I'm still in that boat.
Here's a thing about my job that I've like really truly have learned to love. It took some time.
Good. I'm glad that because you were there for a while. You were really like, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, don't do it, man.
It wasn't job related death, but it definitely plays.
It played a part.
Factor.
It definitely played a part.
But I'm a huge fan of just watching people, and I understand that each person is a unique individual and has their own problems and their own entire life, and it's almost like just like puts you in that moment where you're like they have their own shit going on and you have no idea.
Exactly.
Right? So that makes me able to handle ridiculous people. However,
I'm a loser.
I'm a fucking loser. No. Yeah. It's that guy, right? It's like, oh man, he's in it. At the time, I'm like, shit, like, drink your fucking beer and go be sad at home.
Yeah.
Like, you're ruining my vibe. I'm just trying to vibe.
That's all we're trying to do, dude.
So, I don't even like try. I don't try to be like ageist or anything. I love old white dudes. They've lived the best life ever on this planet, right? There's no one better that has. They lived through the boom of the 50s, 60s, 70s. They're still just like strutting. They could work at McDonald's going to college, right? And pay for it.
Yeah.
No idea of like how life really is right now.
No.
And so I'm working, right, and it was either Friday. It was either last night or Friday, and I'm just like I'm making drinks and I'm just looking up because, and you know this with bartending, you just like learn to do 8 things at once.
Yeah.
So you're doing this, you're listening, you're kind of talking to someone, but you're just watching too, right? And so we're packed, and there's a wait. This is how restaurants work. Yeah. And so I see this guy, and Lucy's back, by the way. She was in Hawaii for like 4 months, so
good for her.
I know. I know. Who can go to Hawaii for 4 months, right? So this guy's talking to her, and I could tell that she's like, "Oh, there's like an hour wait," and so he's just like very confused on this. And so the 210 table, right there at the bar, it gets up, and so it's still dirty, but people are getting up. All this guy does, he doesn't sit down, which I've seen people sit down, and all he does, no joke, he points at the table for a straight minute and just points at it, like staring at it like it's meant to be for him.
Is he by himself?
No, he's like with people, old boomers.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, there's a table right here. And so he's just like pointing at it like that's going to allow it to work. And I'm losing my mind because this guy is as oblivious as he is and probably loaded, just pointing at this table. He's like,
that's mine.
And so it gets cleaned off, and he's just like, he's getting excited, right? He's like, oh, this one's going to be for him. And then just like it was a black couple. That sat there. Like, and he's just like, he's looking like,
he's about to explode.
And then they got sat later, and I don't know, but man, he really made my night. This guy just pointing so basically the moral of the story is appreciate the small things in life.
Yeah.
Because man, this guy, he's still sticking with me today. A couple days later, I can still just envision him just meat gazing at this dirty table. I want to be that oblivious in life.
Dude,
I strive, but we can't because you know what? We're #woke.
It's stupid.
Why do I know things?
It's dumb.
Man, life would be so much easier if you're just
I wish, dude. I wish. But I have a similar.
This guy, dude.
I have a similar story. So I do the same thing. Like when I'm on the treadmill, because I go to Planet Fitness now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, Black Card member. And
is that like platinum member for?
Yeah, it's basically like
for Chili place. That's the joke.
Skyline.
Skyline.
Skyline chili. It's basically the same thing, dude. It's a platinum card. And
You get a diaper when you walk in.
please tell that story. Not like
Do my whole joke.
No. It comes with a diaper. So when I'm on the treadmill, I people watch. It's one of my favorite.
With your
things to do.
AirPods in though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple AirPods. $159.99. Not just your run at the mill fucking headphones.
Yeah. The good shit.
The good shit. Hey Siri, pause. Hey Siri, what's the weather like today?
It's currently clear and 62 degrees in Marion.
I didn't really mean to ask you, bitch. Anyway, I like to people watch. And the other day, this dude walked in, and he had just like a regular T-shirt on, not like a workout shirt. Some normal like Walmart basketball shorts, and he was wearing not workout shoes, just normal fucking like flats, and he had white tube socks that are slightly discolored. Like they just
They're
been
old.
through the they've been through
They're old.
and
They've been worn.
they were pulled all the way up,
Dope.
and he wasn't
Older
like-
guy?
Yeah, probably in his 40s.
It's a beautiful time.
Yeah, and
Can't wait.
he wasn't severely obese or anything, but he was out of shape, and you could tell he was like skinny fat.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just watching him. He comes out of the locker room, and he's kind of just looking around, and he walks over to this machine, and he's just fucking staring at, hands on his hips, just like fucking. He just looks so defeated on his face the moment he walked in there, and he was just like, you could just tell he was just like, I don't even know where to start.
Sure.
And, he was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so fucking defeated, and he got on that machine, tried it a couple times, obviously had the weight way too high the first time he went up, and he did that for maybe a few minutes, and then he walked over to the exercise bike, did the same thing, just hands on his hips looking at it, kind of did that like it's a car, like checking out the bike.
He's like, oh, that looks good.
He's just like, what the fuck?
That looks good.
He gets on there, and he's just watching TV for a minute, and then he walks over to the weights, and he's staring at those, dude. He put his hands on his hips, everything he walked up to, and he was maybe in there for 15 minutes, and he just walked out with his head so low.
Like defeated.
He was never coming back.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the people that... the moral of the story is, it was funny. Because he was like, I've been there. It was like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, what is this contraption? But it was funny.
You're just on the treadmill, just. Yeah, man. I mean, and I totally get it, because if you've never been, I'm sure it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh fuck. And if you don't have any sort of plan of what you want to do,
Yeah.
you're just like, do I do this start? Do I? Here's a couple minutes. Oh, it's heavy. I'm gonna go check this bike out. Yeah, it's not moving.
He was like,
he's like,
he's like, I'm gonna get. All right, let's do it. Yeah. He probably had like a stent put in. He's like, I gotta change my life.
probably drinking Red Bulls all day.
It's funny because you see all these old people, and on like every other Tuesday or first Tuesday of the month or something like that, they do pizza. And they just have fucking pizza there.
Fucking dope.
And you just see people, and like I'm on the treadmill, for a decent amount of time, and I'm just working up a sweat, just really getting after it. And you'll see people get on the bike, and what I like to do, because it helps me like push myself a little bit farther, is I will pick 3 people on either the treadmill, elliptical, or bike. People that like
Kind of know what look like.
yeah,
what
like
they
I
know
feel
what
like
they're doing.
I feel like they're gonna be on it for a while, and I'm like, I have to outlast all 3 of them.
Okay.
So
I like
I
that.
can't
Yeah,
stop until they get up. And I'll see people, as I'm like watching these people, I see people get on the bike.
See that it's pizza.
No, yeah, they'll like get on there for like 5 minutes, and like, okay, maybe like 15 minutes at like a very low, like they're not working that hard.
Sure.
And they're like, oh, got my workout in for the day. They go in the locker room, change, come back out, and grab a plate of pizza. And I'm just like, it's just so crazy, because I see it all the time. I see all these people come in, do what they think is like appropriate, or they'll walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes. Like, yeah, okay, being there and doing something is better than nothing. But
I think people grossly underestimate how much you have to work out.
Yeah.
Like, or how long.
yeah, you got to do, or at least, yeah, absolutely what you just said. And then you just see him walk over there and grab the pizza, like, and you can tell they feel accomplished. And I'm just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, man, if they're feeling good, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you're...
I mean, I can't talk shit. I haven't been in a gym in a long time. But when I used to go...
You have a really nice one just built in Harper City.
Yeah, and it's open 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I used to go, I would bike for an hour. Like, hard bike for an hour. Get up to, like, biking, like, 15, 20 miles.
Play some basketball by yourself?
Yeah, dude, shooting some free throws. Still got it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, my favorite was, like, I was never... So being in shape is one thing. Being able to, like, feel somewhat healthy for the day is different than being basketball shape. Basketball shape, you're fucking running all... I mean, it's crazy how much you run. Stop and go, quick sprints. Man,
Suicides.
Oh, dude, I'll throw up. I'll do some ladders and I'll Ralph.
Gone.
And so, but there'd always be like younger kids, like maybe 18, 19, early 20s that show up and they play, and they always ask me if I want to play. And I'm like, yeah, because I want to, right?
Is it half court?
Yeah, like, is it half court? If it's full court, I might not be as good.
I'll stand to the rim.
Not even that,
Get to
dude.
me.
No, not even on the rim. I'm shooting like Steph Curry, baby.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Dude. Under. Yeah. Do the old platypus shot.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, man. I know how to shoot basketball. Fuck.
Oh, I know you do.
I know how to throw baseball too, but that's about it. That's about my sport extent. I know how to shoot a basketball. I know how to throw a baseball. That's it.
That's all you need to do.
Man, you know what? I've been wanting to send you Instagram videos. I follow like so many. It's not that I follow them. It's just like on your, the tab where you go to and you just either I want to kill myself memes or things that interest you.
Yeah.
Man, there's just so many slow, just like circle change, and I just like it's like porn to me. Like I watch a good circle change at slow mo and see how it's released, and you just see it dip. It looks like fastball. Man, dude, it's hot.
I just love those Japanese guys, dude, with them submarine pitches. Because it's always Japanese guys that do it. And
so it's interesting to see the mechanics that are taught in Japan, because baseball's huge in Japan, obviously, but all the pitchers, at least, they have all very similar mechanics. And so even if you're looking at, say, and I don't know they're Japanese, and if I'm looking at them directly from behind, and I could just watch a wind-up from them, and I could be like, I bet they're Japanese.
yeah, because they're 5'1".
No, not even.
Just joking.
Yeah, we can be. Japan are basically white people, right? We can make that. You're like, no.
No. They're better.
But I've been...
Their food's better.
Give me some sushi all day. But I've been watching the playoffs for baseball.
I won $12 on the Yankees last night.
Dude, they fucking smoked them.
7-0, dude.
7-0. Which I'm surprised. I don't know. I have no idea who's going to win that because both teams are amazing. I was rooting for the Rays to beat the Astros. They did go to the 5th game. And I don't give a shit because I like the Cubs, but I can't root for the Cardinals.
The Cubs even make the playoffs?
No. They lost 10 games in a row. The last 10 games of the season in wild card chase, they lost last 10 games.
Yeah, you don't even deserve.
No, so I'm just like, fuck you. And that's why they fired the coach, which I don't think was a good idea. But I'm not Theo Epstein with billions of dollars to make that decision. Yeah, I know, right?
Is he related?
Maybe. He looks like an Epstein.
He's going to end up being dead.
Anyway, here's a little fun fact that I found out. The top 3 pitchers for the Astros is Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, and Zach Greinke.
God, dude, I love your fucking baseball knowledge. It's getting my nipples really hard.
So those are like their 1, 2, 3 pitchers.
Right.
Their salaries combined alone for 1 year
$300 million.
is more than the entire Tampa Bay team.
And that's why they're at where they're at.
No, that's why they beat them, right? That's why I was rooting for Tampa.
Yeah, like beat them.
Just out of like principle.
I love the underdog.
Yeah, you have to root for. It's like Rudy, you know. Rudy.
I just love. Speaking of Rudy, I love
Fucking
how that
Rudiger.
movie. I love how that whole movie. He's working hard. He's going to community college. He gets into Notre Dame. He gets on the practice team. They're up by 500 points. He gets in the game and he gets one stupid fucking tackle. That's the whole movie. You got one fucking tackle.
Yeah.
Good. You're gonna go back to the fucking mill with your dad.
You're 5'2", 110 pounds.
The funniest thing is.
God, that was great.
It was like Denver's quarterback from back in the day. It was
Elway.
It was Elway. I think Elway was on that team, on that game, and it was like an interview that came out a few years ago. He was just like,
Who?
he was like, yeah, Rudy was a person, but none of like he wasn't like. He's talking about like in practice, you know, like in practice, Rudy's always getting beat up and like going 100%. He has all the heart in the world. He's like, no, like he didn't work harder than anybody else. Like, but at the same time, like the dude was obviously not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it was just funny reading that interview that he's talking about, and he's just like talking so much shit about him, basically. It was
People love that movie. Especially
It's a
people
really
that
good
love
movie.
Notre Dame. Gotta give a shit about Notre Dame.
yeah. Like, good job, dude. You got a fucking tackle in college. You're like, yeah, good job.
Yeah, good job. Your tuition this year is like $40,000 a year. Go back to the mill.
Yeah.
Get one tackle.
Your
That's
dad's
it.
not proud of you. Like,
No, he still hates you. The black janitor that housed you kind of liked you.
You got heart, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, here's a fun fact, kids. Heart gets you fucking nowhere. Talent.
Yeah.
That's what the scouts are after.
Gift.
You have to be born.
God-given gift.
You have to be born great.
And sometimes you just aren't.
No.
Sometimes you're.
Look, you can't be born as funny as we are. You can't be born as handsome as we are.
Go
Stop
on.
trying.
There's more.
That's all we got.
That's all. That's it.
I mean, we have a great podcast.
We do. And with this logo, we're going to be on. This is just. Oh, by the way, guys, we still have a podcast.
Yeah,
It's
what?
been a minute.
Yeah, my dad was like, "Hey, I haven't listened to one in a couple," because I told him, you know, you're coming over later to the podcast, and he's like, "Yeah, I haven't listened to one in a couple months." Like, we haven't had one in a couple months.
It's so funny because when I still get tons of people asking about it, right? Or they'll be like, "We haven't heard one in a while," and especially like when people come into the restaurant, I get people. Man, what's his last? I forget his last name. His first name's Kevin, but he black guy drinks Hennessy. Not trying to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's always wear the Titleist hat.
Yeah, he listens.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
swear to God.
I love that.
Yeah, and so he's like, I have
The black guy that
no that drinks it, and I'm like, but he does though.
He does.
He does. He loves.
Or a
it.
Michelob.
And then goes to Michelob.
It was a Michelob.
Yeah.
I remember you, dude.
Yeah.
He was always tips so fucking great. He's such a great guy. Really nice. Always bought. He'd always be with the guys that get the tomahawk.
Yeah. Him. He
And,
listens.
he'd get everybody's tab.
Yeah.
Let's hang out, Kevin.
Sorry, Kevin. I don't remember last time. I swear to God, we'll get peanut
First
butter
name's all that
towers.
matters. Is it still peanut butter towers there?
No, but he wants them for his
Okay.
kids. His joke is like, they won't let me in the house unless I bring him peanut butter towers.
Good. Don't go back. Fuck.
Don't go home.
Fuck kids.
Take
Get some dogs.
Take us somewhere on your.
Real.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Like him a lot.
Hopefully he likes the joke of being black and likes Hennessy.
It's not your fault.
But dude, when he sits down, I set it down. He's like, he wants Hennessy, neat.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I know what you want, dude.
I'd always pour it up. Hey, sorry, I'm not gonna say it. I'd give more. I'd give him extra.
Oh yeah.
I got Hennessy tattooed on me, dude. Is that a stereotype?
Dude, when your tab is like $180 and you leave me 50, I'm gonna give you some little extra.
And it's nice on top of it because like you deal with tables to where they're just arrogant fucks and they tip well, and it's like, God damn it, your blood money. But then like when you get somebody you genuinely enjoy taking care of, and they
you just
tip
like
you
as a
well,
people,
yeah,
and you're like,
you'd
my
like
heart.
them regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
And it's,
for
like,
sure.
Dope.
yeah, like I can buy dog food. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he listened, but the joke that I was gonna say, that I'm still about to say, it's coming right now.
Good.
He was like, hey, I haven't heard a podcast from you in a while. Well, the first time he said it, I was just like, you listen? He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, weird, but cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so, but when he came in last week, he's like, I haven't heard one from you guys in a while. I always blame you. Always.
Brandon's fucking busy.
No matter what. You're I'm like, dude, hard to get a hold of Brandon. He's busy. Got tons of shit going on. It's mostly me too.
It's mostly you. It sucks. What's is that the joke?
Yeah.
Haven't heard podcasts in a while. There's a bunch.
Yeah, the punchline is
our lives.
No, yeah, the punchline is he doesn't care as much as I do, Kevin.
I do.
Sorry.
Somebody in the house. Yeah, dude. Look at all that dog hair in the vacuum. It's gross.
Dude, that's how my vacuum looks right now.
Sweater out of it.
I literally vacuum like that was 3 carpets, and that's what it looks like.
Oh, 100%.
I'm like, fuck me.
Stop regrowing.
Yeah, just have one.
Oh.
I can't. You think I can regrow skin? But we do.
It's so weird. Skin's weird. It's not real. Whatever. What else are you gonna talk about, dude?
I got a new tattoo.
Yeah, you did. It's so fucking dope. So, do
I have any idea what I'm gonna get when
Well,
I
I
go?
know you don't.
No.
But
I mean, I have a general idea.
do you? Because like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it doesn't really have any sentimental value.
No,
to you.
most of these don't.
Right. So when you go in
Maybe
there,
a few.
When you go in there with just a ballpark idea, do you just say, do whatever you want, or okay? So like that was 100% him.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I like.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So he'll like draw it up and be like, yeah, this is what. And I'm like, it's because of how my stupid fucking brain works. I can't think creatively, at least when it comes to photographs or like what pictures or paintings. It's that like setting up a house. You know, like, well, I know this will look good here. That just doesn't exist
Right.
for me. I can't envision it. He can. And I'm like, this is my like scribbled ideas of what I think.
Have you ever told him no? Like, I'm not really into that.
No.
It's always
He's told me no.
Oh yeah.
He's
What
like,
do you want?
well, he's told me no in like location, placement. And I'd be like, I'd really like the first tattoo I ever got, the kill switch tattoo in the back. He's like, so are you planning on more? And I was like, I'd like to eventually get a sleeve. This was 12 years ago. And I originally wanted that one forefront. He's like, nope, not doing it there. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, if you want more, then it won't work there. It needs to be back there. And I was like, okay. So he's always been like, and I trust whatever he says.
Yeah.
Basically. I was like, all right, whatever you want.
And I love when you like talk about him where it's just like, to be that good and to be that like proud of your work and like have that much, just have that much pride in what you do to where you can just like, somebody comes in and you're just like, I will not do that. To where like most tattoo shops are like, yeah, I'll do whatever the fuck you want for
some
$30.
money. Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't like that, or I'm not gonna put that there, and he's just booked up for
year and a half.
Yeah.
Year and a half in advance. And he's not taking any new clients right now. So
it's awesome to know. And if somebody bails, like they already paid, right? Or they've already.
So okay, so even thinking about that, he's had it set up now to where if somebody bails, I would say I've never had to make a deposit on a tattoo ever. And that's him taking, even like when I was 19, 18, getting my first one, he never did. Maybe because my dad? No. But so if someone's never, I'm sure someone has bailed and he just doesn't tattoo anymore. But there's circumstances.
Hey,
I'm
my
sure,
mom
like
died.
yeah. But there was a couple 3 sessions ago I couldn't go because at the time my brakes went out,
shit happened.
my AC went out. There was 3 things that happened all at once. And it basically took up most of my time and money. Spending money for stupid things like tattoos. And so it was 3 days in advance and I told him and I was like, hey, he texted me. He's like, just confirming the appointment. And I was like, hey man, I won't be able to make it. And he's like, yeah, no worries. Only because he's gotten me in, on on canceled other people's.
Oh,
and so
okay.
he's just like, dude, he has so many people that just are like, yeah, let's do it. So
To where even if you bail,
even if I
you
have
can
to
find
bail,
somebody.
he will find someone.
Damn, that'd be cool. I want to get on the standby list.
Come down sometime.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing this.
No, just come. I know, but like he'll.
I would come with you.
Yeah, just come down, and then
You have to let me know.
it'll be on a Tuesday.
Oh, well then no. I got this 9 to 5, dude. Sorry.
No, right?
8 to 4:30. It's great. Oh no, what happened?
I'm just
Just reading. Dolphins lost today.
by one.
By 1, they went for 2. It was 6 seconds left on the clock. They scored and went for 2. I respect that. You're 0-100. Like, you haven't won a game.
So it doesn't sting as bad.
No, because you at least tried. Like, you were in a chance. You're like, fuck overtime. Let's win this right now. I respect that.
I like that too. I like that too. It's
Because
like,
if you
well,
get
fuck
it, you're the hero. If you don't get it, you're the fucking, like,
you're still gonna lose.
yeah. Like, whatever.
I saw that. Not that I mean, I'm aware of the teams that are like good. But I saw that the Texans beat the Chiefs
Yeah, the Colts beat the Chiefs, too, last week.
in Kansas City both times.
And on this sports betting I use, the Colts were 10-1 underdogs against the Chiefs. And I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck it. I'll put $5 on the Colts to win, you know?
And you did?
And they did. And I won $55 on a $5 bet, dude. It's pretty great. Fuck, man. Now I'm not doing so hot, dude. What do you do with that information? Oh, 6:30 left. They're down 5. Yeah, I ain't gonna win, dude. It's all right, though. You win some, and then you lose some. Because I need them to score, let's see, they're down 5, they score, that'd be up 2. And then they need to score again. So I need 2 touchdowns in 6 minutes, 30 seconds. It's not good.
It's
It's possible.
how's San Francisco good?
They're so good. They're
How?
not just like,
So it's not a fluke.
no, and it's crazy because
Is it defense or offense? That
defense.
Yeah.
Their defense is fucking amazing. Their offense is okay, but and they don't even have like, you know, like your big name. They're just collectively like putting in that work. I think they just won. They won today.
It's still on, but they are. It's fourth quarter. Yeah.
They're up 20-7 against the Rams. Yeah, they're gonna be 5-0. It's out here putting in work. Oh no! Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, hit it. Let me go back.
Hour 42, bud.
Are you fucking serious?
For real.
Hour 42.
Hour 42.
That did not. I was gonna say we were like maybe like a little over an hour. Well, let's wrap it up, dude.
All right.
Get some Pete's King. You got the dogs out.
No. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. If you did, if you don't, you're really missing out. At least listen to the first 15 minutes. That story's crazy.
Yeah, because there's a dick
Wieners.
getting sucked, dude.
I mean, who doesn't like it? You know.
Let's go walk on the greenways.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Love you so much. Bye.